Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Minty, and this is episode 5 of the Battleship Brawl tournament. This episode we have the Borg Cube by Delta Force going up against the Night Glimmer by Tic Tac. Alright, starting off here, we'll take a look at the Borg Cube, which is very much a cube. It's a square. Does not seem to have any weapons visible externally. What's in here? It's just layers of space armor, it looks like. It's down in here. Not sure what that is. The textures look very odd on this thing. I wonder if the update broke some of the textures or something. The Night Glimmer looks fine. None of the textures on here look any different. Maybe it's just the paint job on the Borg Cube. Anyway, I don't see any propulsion or weaponry on the Borg Cube. It looks like it's just a cube. Strange. I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe there's something weird with the textures going on. Here we have the Night Glimmer, which is a triple ship entry, much like the Zvezda fleet, but a much simpler design. It's got its turrets mounted up on these metal beams. That's kind of dangerous. If that one middle beam gets destroyed, it will make the entire turret pop. I probably would have attached beams to the side of it instead, because you've got plenty of room to rotate around in here. Well, not attach beams to the side of it. Make the local weapon controller, I think it is just on the hull, not on the turret, and then put some metal beams on the side of it right there attached to the side, since there won't be anything rotating at this level, and that would really help you prevent turret pop. All the texture for the ammunition processors changed, and yes, I am doing this in the new version. I haven't gone back to the old version, because the only thing that I saw that could affect this tournament in the update was the cram shells now explode on contact with terrain, which there's no terrain for it to explode on, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, definitely some texture updates. Some things are looking cooler. So this thing each of these Night Glimmers have 6 guns, 2 barrels on 3 turrets. That's going to put out an impressive amount of firepower, most likely, just like the Zvezda fleet did. That must be the low level of detail for distance thing. Okay, anyway, I need to get my phone, because I use a stopwatch app on my phone to do the timing for these tournaments that I host. It's just easier than trying to have to do a whole separate program or whatever. You know, it's right there. I can see it the whole time. But okay, we're ready to go. Go ahead and start the clock, get the battle underway, and we'll see what the Borg Cube can do here. Oh, now there's barrels sticking out of there. Okay, yeah, the textures were messed up because of the, I guess something in the update, or it just got locked like that. And the Borg Cube firing first, hitting one of the Night Glimmers. Ooh, that looked like it. Yeah, it blew off 2 of the turrets of that Night Glimmer there. Let's see how the Borg Cube is doing. Oh, it's just got a ton of forward-facing firepower, much like the Sledgehammer, it seems. But with the Night Glimmer being a multi-ship entry, it might be able to spread itself out. Oh, yeah, the texture updates are looking kind of wonky. The Borg Cube is firing away, but it's lost a lot of barrels already from the Glimmer's fire, and it's making the shots really inaccurate. They aren't doing so well. One of the Night Glimmers has been destroyed, though. Another one just took a big hit of damage. Probably had some turrets pop off. And it looks like this Night Glimmer is not doing so well. It's not AI dead, but its AI is no longer functioning properly. This one is getting in close and is now backing up. You didn't disable reverse on the AI tic-tac. And that's going to keep your ship from flanking around the Borg cube, which is its best bet for winning. You see, your turrets are popping really easily because of the fragile nature of where the turret blocks are sitting. But the Night Glimmer's not out yet. It's still got a gun working. It's still firing. The Borg cube is 96%. It's taken a good chunk of damage, but most of it seems to be to the spaced armor. There's just layer after layer of spaced armor on the inside here. And the Night Glimmer is firing HE shells, so that spaced armor is really effective against that. Oh, and the other Night Glimmer has been despawned, has been defeated. This one is still trying to fight, but is having a bit of trouble maintaining its flotation. And is pretty badly damaged. If the AI had its reverse disabled so that it could get in close and flank around, I think the Night Glimmer would have had a chance here. But it looks like this battle is going to go to the Borg cube because of the Night Glimmer's sinking issue. It's not quite sinking, like it's hovering on the surface. Yeah, because if it was actually sinking, it would probably despawn for being sinking in less than 80% health. But whenever it backs up, it pulls itself under the surface, and then when it goes forward, it comes back up again. No, that shimmying motion does make it a little bit more difficult to hit. But no, that's it. It is despawning. 80% in sinking. Okay, so go ahead and get this restarted, and I'm going to real quickly get the Borg cube in, pause everything. Okay, now that the textures aren't completely broken, I'm going to go ahead and actually do an overview of the Borg cube. I thought maybe it was just the paint job, but no, the textures were for some reason broken before the last battle started. There's not a whole lot to see. It's pretty tight in here. Got some well, that's a new texture for the air pump. Looks like using basically a foam layer of metal behind wood to make the wood have more AP. See, how many layers of armor are here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's quite a bit of... The armor's pretty thick there in front. That's going to be a problem for a lot of ships, I bet. It's got some flotation under here. It does actually have propulsion. Ooh, I like the new textures for the props. That looks cool. What was in here? Oh, that was the flotation thing, right? Yeah. Not sure why the textures were messed up like that. Okay, gotta look at it now when it's not when the textures aren't completely broken. So we'll go ahead and get this set up. Get the Night Glimmer spawned in. And we'll get round 2 underway. And now the Night Glimmer's textures are broken. That's a strange bug. And I loaded in the Borg cube second on the first one, the first battle as well. So must have something to do with that. Anyway, we'll get round 2 here underway. See if the Night Glimmer can pull off a victory here, or if the Borg cube is going to defeat it once more. If the Night Glimmer would flank around And see, that very first shot, bam, that turret's popped. That's, oh, it popped both of the turrets there. And then now this one has been disabled. Yeah, those turrets are way too fragile. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Night Glimmer. It does have a pretty impressive volley of high explosive shells, though. Like, those hit, and they do not tickle. Like, that hurt. But because of that that foam-layered space armor that it has, it's actually doing a lot less damage than it could be. There's a lot of repair bots on the Borg cube, too, it seems. They're repairing away. Yeah, it's going to take some serious pen depth fuses to get through that. I don't think high explosive shells are going to be very successful. And see, if this Night Glimmer would turn and flank around on the side, I'm not sure how good the Borg cube's turning authority is. If it managed to get beside the cube, it might be able to just hammer away at it until it dies, but... Oh, I apparently was hit and took damage there. And now there's water all over my screen. Because... I don't know. Now it's hard to see. It's the first time that's happened to me. Makes it a bit difficult to see in the video. But... yeah, the Borg cube is repairing faster than the Night Glimmer is doing damage now. And the Borg cube is just backing away slowly, keeping its distance, trying to prevent itself from being flanked. This thing has a lot of guns on it too. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez, it's really hard to count them. But the Borg cube has an impressive amount of firepower as well, but the guns seem really inaccurate. That may be because the barrels get blown off, or they may just be that inaccurate. But let's see, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So probably 14 forward-facing guns there. Man, it's got one gun over the sledgehammer. I want to see the sledgehammer and the Borg cube fight now. I think that would be a really interesting battle. Hopefully they'll meet each other in the brackets. I don't remember off the top of my head if they're set up in a place where that can happen. But they have two very similar designs. I think it would be neat to see them going. And yeah, the Night Glimmers have been defeated, and it looks like this Night Glimmer may be sinking again. Oh, yeah, it is definitely sinking. It is no longer floating, so... Well, it just got below 80%, so it's going to despawn anyway. Yep, there it goes, despawning. So yes, that is a victory for the Borg cube by Delta Force. Very interesting design. Simple in looks, but effective in practical matters in combat. I mean, look how fast that thing repairs. That's pretty impressive. And with that foam, that space, it's got the wooden spaced armor out on the outside to begin with, and then it's got a metal and wood inner layer. Everything compartmentalized off with some foam. Well, I call it foam, but it's metal. Just... yeah, that'll do really well against explosions. But I'm not... we'll see how well it can hold up against penetration depth fuses, though, because I have a feeling most pen depth fuses are going to get somewhere in this area and then detonate. Which this looks like it. Yeah, this actually holds important components. So high explosive shells not going to do much against the Borg cube. Penetration depth maybe, depending on the shell. But this thing is looking quite strong. I said in the episode with the sledgehammer that it looked like a top contender, but the Borg cube is in the same department, honestly. So I really want to see these two ships fight. If they don't meet in the tournament, I might hold an extra episode just to show those two fighting, because I think it'd be really neat to see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.